Hey there guys, and welcome back to Banished. It's now year 46. We are just surviving. I am going to turn off the tavern because then we do get the wheat from the fields. Doesn't go to the tavern. I mean, it's not a lot we save, we do save a bit. By the way, everyone's perfectly happy despite the fact that the average health is only 3 and we're about to starve. No one cares. All joyful. They are slowly getting stuff built down here. I think we're going to have to turn on the storage barn, otherwise this is going to just be no use. I have asked them to upgrade the paths to... or build some paths even down here to stone. So that they should be able to get down there faster, because it is quite a way away. And there's no houses down there. This fishing dock might be almost done. Can we maybe prioritise it a little bit? Food is still an issue, as is normal now. I just want to get the food increasing, even ever so slightly. If we can get a subtle increase in food production, we might actually survive. It has steadied out a little bit by the looks of it. That's where we bought a load of food in. That was our influx from buying food in. Which, I mean, lasted us a whole year. It gained us a year, to be fair, which we did need. It does mean we now don't have any tools or firewood or anything. But it did gain us a year, which might have been enough to allow us to start producing more food. You never know. These pastures should start producing... Yeah, that one produced 200 mutton last year in the end. This one's got 200 beef this year. In which case, if you manage to produce, you do get to gain one more animal. Just because we do need to increase the number of animals again. As much as we need more food, we do need to increase the number of animals the pastures can hold. Slowly. The hunting cabin down here is done. Okay, let's just go down the list and make sure we've got enough people allocated to every role. So... everything's fine for farmers, herdsmen, gatherers, fishermen, hunters, woodcutters, foresters, herbalists, blacksmiths. I've got an extra brewer. Not sure whether I should be doing this with the brewery or not. Tailors, vendors, traders, miners, stonecutters, teachers, physicians, and clerics. Yeah, everyone. There's enough of everyone. Nomads. Yeah, no. I learnt my lesson. Last time was a bad decision. I cannot allow 35 nomads into my town. I do not have the food. Last time was a bad idea. We're at 162 families and only 95 homes. We're going to have a declining population soon, but I don't have the food to support building more homes, so I don't really care. Yeah, this house is starting to starve. It was inevitable. Okay, start preparing yourself then. I'm going to put in 3 more houses here, even though I know they're going to serve basically zero purpose. Oh, this is wider than I thought. It's going to be, sorry, I don't want that to be stone paths. It's going to be a too wide path along here, because I thought I'd only given 1 block space, but I've given 2, so, you know. Oh well. Cancer removal. We'll only do 1 tile around the back and the other side. There we go. It actually means it lines up quite nicely with that. Okay, I mean we don't really have the materials for those 3 houses, not least because we're so low on logs all the time. But at the same time, do you kind of need to build more houses there? And just in general. This barn is 1 log short of being done. How are we doing in general in terms of storage space in barns? Oh, we've got plenty of space in most of them, to be fair. Most of them are mostly full of wool. We have a lot of wool. If there's one thing we can trade out, it's wool. I think we can afford to trade possibly up to 1,000 wool out. Oh, you know what? We could get us. There was an influx of 2,000 venison and another 2,000 mutton. That should help with food. And 3,000 fish. Let's drop down to 1,000 to get another 2,000 fish in. Oh, look at that. That should help. Go down to 100 coal. Oh, yeah. Randit student just died of starvation. Hopefully, if the traders are quick, that should stop bringing us an influx of food back in from the trading post. Merchants Road. I still don't want seeds. I mean, I don't care what seeds you bring. It's not specifically those three that I don't want. I just don't want any. Everyone's starting to starve. We should be starting to pull all of the food out of here. Yeah, everything's... We've already got rid of the mutton and the venison, and we're dropping down on the fish now. That should start helping. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can survive. The storage barn is under construction. I'd build more fishing docks, but I'm kind of running out of place to put them. People are dying of starvation. Yeah, I could put a fishing dock here. Look at this. Look at this happening. Currently we did have the spare adults, and plenty of them, to deal with replacements. This was inevitable. I was hoping to last till year 50. I was going to end the series at year 50. It might be ending in year 46, depending on how many people die. The thing to note is, it's whatever happens, it's recoverable. If I wanted to, I could easily recover the colony from this, regardless of how many people die. You can recover, provided at least 5 survive, or so, you can recover easily. I just feel like that would be a natural end to the series. We'll have to see, I guess. So much for episode 50, hey? Oh, we're running out of labourers. Let's drop down the number of builders, so we've got a couple more spares. It's not going to last long, though. Down to half builders. We don't have enough people. 25 are still starving. I mean, we're up on food now, it's just actually getting it to the houses of the people who are starving in time. We do actually have the food. We just can't get it places. Come on, stop dying. Like, there is food, just go and eat the food. It's not like we don't have food. You just need to eat it. Come on. I mean, I'll admit, this market does not have food. This market does have, well, only 6, but it does have food. The cemetery is now full, of course. That was to be expected. Oh well. The third market? The third market has plenty, well, I say plenty, it has 84 squash in the food department. Yeah, we're losing a lot of people now. Our population's probably like halved, I'd guess. Look at the food, it's going up again. Population, yeah, I mean, it's not actually... We've only lost like 40 or so people, given that was an influx of 30 odd. We've only lost maybe 50. And a lot of them seem to be students. Has it levelled out? Oh, there's still 15, 16, 15 starving. Is it? Can we stop? Apparently only one freezing, despite the fact that literally every house appears to be freezing. We do have 68 people with no tools still. The tools issue is long-lasting. We don't need this many people in the iron mine. Is this going to level out at any point? Like, we're level on 1,000 food, pretty much. Oh, that was quite the birth wave, wasn't it? What was that? It's just solid like 6 kids born at the same time. I mean, the population's dropped enough that we should now be increasing in food again. Look at that, that seems to be levelling out at around 250. To be honest, like last time I had a starvation wave in a game in Banished, I dropped from a population of around 200 to max 20. So this hasn't gone terribly, to be fair. I mean, obviously it's not perfect either. It's definitely recoverable though. So the method for recovering would be you'd go through and you'd allocate ratios of people of who you have left to jobs in the correct ratios until you've re-increased the population to the amount needed. I mean, in a way, a death wave is not actually a bad thing because it means that suddenly we're not going to have a massively more families than we do homes again. We had 160 families at one point. We now only got 101. So, I mean, families die out, which means that the homes are emptied and we can get more kids being born again. The population starts increasing again awfully quickly. That was what was happening earlier with the 6 babies born at once. 6 homes just emptied, 6 couples moved into them, and instantly had children at the same time. So it only takes like 5 or 10 years in game to rebuild a town from this sort of starvation wave. There's only 2 people still starving, or 1. You could anticipate one or 2 more deaths. I mean, the food has dropped down again, of course, but the population's dropped enough that I think the food should start increasing now. It has levelled off. The food is obviously having issues, but I don't think it should have major concerns with the amount of people that just died. The big issue is going to be allocating jobs so that we actually have people doing everything. Obviously it's only spring now, so I'll pause the game. I mean, I will stop here. But it's definitely recoverable. But the series was going to be ending in the next couple of episodes anyway, so this is a natural end point. This is what happens if you don't keep an eye on food. I noticed that the food started going down pretty much immediately after it started going down, and I've been working to fix it for like 8 years in game now. So this is where you really do need to make sure you always have enough. Yeah. This is it for Banished for now. I might come back to Banished in the future. I'm interested to come back and do a modded playthrough. I've never used mods in Banished before, so that may well happen. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment if you want to see a modded playthrough at some point in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.